not the same skin colour, so this is bronzer ain't really working for me. Kitty, I'm orange.
Come in here, Dicey. You're not orange at all.
I'm still pale.
Okay, welcome back everyone. Today I am joined with another special visitor.
My name's Rachel.
This is my cousin and best friend.
Oh my god!
So today we are filming answering boy advice. I asked on my Instagram questions.
We're not, especially myself, my track record is nothing to go by, so don't take my advice literally.
No, this is why I think you're going to be good for this video, because
what?
Rachel's been through it. She's been through it all. Right, let's start with this one. Been seeing a boy for 7 months and he still hasn't asked me to be his girlfriend. I don't think 7 months is long. I'm the type of person that would stay in the talking stage for like over a year.
Oh right, no, well.
I know. I don't know if it would
It's not
bother
that
me.
long. As long as he's not going with other people, I think we're good.
If you're like exclusive, you know, like if you're
Yeah.
after 7 months, if you're still kissing other people and stuff, then that's a bit weird.
Gotta go. I'm the kind of person that is scared to put titles on things as well.
Yeah.
Like I find it, you know, I mean, once you're boyfriend and girlfriend, you're just like, oh my god,
Yeah, and
but
nothing's
then
really changed.
before that, before your boyfriend and girlfriend, I find it quite daunting.
I think like if you're still going with other people after 7 months, maybe you need to have a conversation about that there. But maybe the boyfriend girlfriend just leave it a little bit longer.
Chill, especially during lockdown.
We were together for a year. He slept with someone else, but we got back. Tip on building trust: you can't. No, you can't.
Gotta go.
The trust is broken.
Dump the bitch.
Like, you will never be able to trust him again, ever. And also, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work if you don't trust them.
Obviously it doesn't work if you don't trust them. There is people
that change.
No, stop. Why are you finishing my sentences? Like, I do know people that have cheated and they've got back together and their relationship's great and they're engaged and blah blah blah. But like, it depends on the type of person you are. For me personally, if you cheat, no. Because in my head, I automatically think everyone's going to cheat anyway. So if you prove me to be right, then I wouldn't be able to deal with it myself.
I wouldn't be able to deal with it. I would have to break up because I just don't think it's worth it every single day, constantly worrying and being like, is this going to happen again? Every single time they go out, be with other girls. It's just not worth like the mind games, which is why I think I would be like, no. So I can't give any advice on this. I couldn't trust them again. So right, loads about like breakup, like how did I get over a breakup? We broke up in summer. We broke up 6 months ago, a year ago. So getting over breakups. She's your gal. She's your gal.
Time is the healer. Unfortunately, that's the shittest thing ever. Because you're like, I want to get over it now.
And you know what? You hate hearing it. But other than time, what would you say? I've spoke about this in a few videos, but I feel like I have a few new ones.
Keep yourself busy. Try distract your mind, because when you're sitting on your own, you're just going to think all the time and look at old photos and cry. Get with your friends. Go for a walk.
Oh yes, walk. One of my more recent ones is do not go on that person's social media. Like,
block them.
Block, mute, unfollow, whatever you have to do. I personally mute people.
See, that doesn't stop me.
No, that's the thing
though.
people,
but I'm still like,
I like the whole out of sight, out of mind. That doesn't really apply to our generation because there's social media, and like even if you mute them, you still see their friends posts and they're always together, and like it's hard.
If you don't have self-discipline though, block them. Also, talking about it.
Oh my god, I meant to say that one.
Obsessed.
Yeah,
like I'm the type of person that if something happens, I need to talk about it to every single person. Anyone that
just
I see.
Get someone to sit down with you and be like, I need to have a really deep conversation about this here. And if you're the friend that's on the other hand listening, then fucking listen. Don't be that friend that's like, oh my god, just get over this, stop talking about this, because that doesn't flipping work. That is a good one. Sit down and like really talk about it. Really get in touch with your feelings.
Yeah.
Me and Rachel's like girl talk to a new level. Like we come out of conversations knowing what we feel. I think that when you're getting over someone, like, as well, you'll get to like wee like milestones that you actually don't realise. So like, even though you think you're still really, really hung up on someone, you're actually not. Like, I remember, like, obviously whenever you really like a boy, you'll check if he like likes your Instagram photos and like views your story and all. And I remember someone says to me, like, one of my friends was like, oh, does he like your Instagram photos? And I just was like, oh my god, I have no idea. And I had stopped checking if he liked my photos, but I hadn't like sort of realised that. And I was like, that's just me like subconsciously not caring as much now, like, because I wasn't arsed to check if he liked my photos or viewed my story. I feel like wee things like that there, like, celebrate them. Go on date. How do you know the difference in a boy wanting a relationship or friends with benefits? I feel like you'll be able to tell as well.
A boy will probably make it very clear.
Yeah, if you're a booty call, you'll know you're a booty call, whereas if he actually wants a relationship, he'll be like, you know, let's go and do this, actually like leave the house.
I don't know though, I think boys are weird. I can't describe how different a boy's mind is.
I was about to say, see, trying to work out what a boy thinks, it would put your head away.
I think you would just kind of have to like hint at things, like in conversation, like kind of just drop a few hints, be like, do you want to go steady? And they're like, no. And then you're like, right, okay.
I feel like though you'll get hints from them the way they're going on. What was the question?
I don't know.
How do you tell if a guy is actually interested in you since everything is online? I feel like it'll be down to like
effort.
Yeah, the conversations. Like if he keeps the conversation going, if he replies quickly. I feel like they're the only two you'll be able to tell. I mean, if you ring each other, then he's ringing you and like FaceTiming you and stuff. But
like I was chatting to a boy. One time he was ringing, he was texting, like he was like so into it. Then all of a sudden he just like,
oh my god,
stopped talking, and that was the last we ever heard of him.
This is what I mean. Like, what way do boys think?
I don't know. I think right, we're really putting people off boys, but a lot of boys say things to just make you happy. So, oh my god, I really don't know.
Never getting past the talking stage, and also anyone who ends up liking me, I don't like them back, so quite a pickle. I don't think there's anything wrong with never getting past the talking stage.
But is that from she ends up liking
she says
them,
anyone that likes her, she ends up like not liking them back. Sometimes I think, you know, that's a good thing, because like whenever, like, this is so like sort of cringy, but whenever like you finally meet someone, you're gonna be so head over heels about them,
swept off your feet
because you haven't liked anyone. I don't really think it's a problem unless you want a boyfriend. If you want a boyfriend, then it's a bit of a problem that you don't like any boys back. But if you don't want a boyfriend, I would easily just play it out, because then whenever you find someone that you like, you're gonna really like them, and you're gonna be really happy. Like, you're not gonna be settling.
I would just say, it's not really a bad thing. Like, if you don't really like them, it's better to find out earlier on.
How do you know when it's right to walk away from a relationship? What's yours? I feel like I have a good answer for this one. I was
going to say, like, if you're... Well, first of all, if you're just not feeling it. Like, if you're just, like... I think when you stop caring, if you ask yourself, right, if they walked out of my life tomorrow, how would I feel? And if you're like, I think I would care that much, then I think you have to be like, right, is it worth it? I
feel like it's whenever you start to, like, question it. So, like, whenever someone is really, really happy and smitten, they're not sitting down thinking, am I really happy? Or am I really smitten? I feel like it's when you start to have doubts and you start to question, is this for me? Like, should I end this relationship? I feel like that's your answer, like, yes.
Although I do think, like, I'm like an overthinker. I'm a big overthinker. So I always worry. If you're an overthinker though, you're gonna question everything you do.
Suppose. I'm not really an overthinker. That's why.
Well, aren't you lucky?
I just feel like if you have to question whether or not you're happy.
Yeah, if you have
to
question
if it's a one-time thing. Like, if you're thinking this one day, you're obviously just having a bad day. But if you're thinking this over not a long period of time, but if you're thinking this over the course of a few weeks, then if you're not happy.
Questioning your happiness,
It is hard to admit whenever it's the end of a relationship, but I feel like deep down you just know. Like in other girls' pictures.
It's a no. It's a no. For me.
I feel like a psycho whenever I say that though, because I hate when girls on Twitter are like, let your boyfriend like whatever photos, like it's just a photo, who cares? But I'm like,
It's
annoying. Like, it is annoying.
I think if it's their friend,
or
like,
if it's their
whatever,
friend,
it's fine. Or if it's your friends, that's fine. But like
random girls or girls they used to go away.
No, why?
I don't like it, and
It's not for me.
I hate that everyone makes a big deal about people thinking it's a big deal. I'd say some people row about that all the time.
My ex used to like photos of other girls, and
did it annoy you? It would annoy me seeing
obviously
their name.
it annoys me. I'm trying to think, did it escalate into an argument?
Did you ever say anything?
Do you know, I was probably too scared and just was like, oh.
I feel like boys that just know not to are just angels. Like, just so good.
Marry them.
They would know not to. But again, if it's a friend or anything like that there, then no, I wouldn't care. What do I do when all my friends have boyfriends and I'm the only single one left?
Just third wheel. I used to do it with Katie, her ex. It was great.
Again, this is not something that would bother me as long as your friends aren't weirdos that like drop their friends when they get a boyfriend. Like,
maybe that's what's happening.
Yeah, if that's what's happened, then
say to them. If they're just spend all their time with their boyfriend and not making any time for you, then just be like, oh, here, like, go on.
You know what I was thinking the other day? I literally think out of every single one of my friends in my life, I think I'm the only one that doesn't have a boyfriend or isn't like exclusive with someone. I can't think of one friend right now.
Who are your friends?
And let me count all three of my friends here. I mean, I think I'm literally the only one that doesn't have one. And I could not care. I literally could not care less. What do you do when you forgive him for something in the past but have it on your mind sometimes? Can't bring it up again because I don't want to start a fight over again. What would you say? I would say, fuck, bring it up again. Who cares?
If it's really bothering you, you're just going to have to bring it up. But I think if it's something like if he cheated or if he like
someone
it's always in your head, obviously, because you're not trusting him, I guess. I don't know. It depends what he does. But I'm guessing that it's something that's like
not cheating. I just wouldn't be like sit there and suffer in silence. I'm the type of person that's like speak your mind. No, I'm not psycho, but I just like I refuse to let myself
suffer,
get down and be sad and let things play on my mind. I will just speak my mind.
Yeah,
because I feel better for it.
I hate though when it's like you've kind of moved past it, but like you've not really, and then when you say it, then it comes across as if you've just plucked it out of the blue, and you're like, actually,
if it's something small though, there's not a lot of things that ever annoyed me. Like, that's the thing. Like, if you're someone that's annoyed really easy and you're bringing up all these wee things, I feel like it's a different story. But if it's like I wasn't never annoyed easily, so if something was annoying me, I feel like I had every right to bring it up. Do you know what I mean? Because
if something's annoying you, I always go like, look, I know we've been through it. I'm really sorry to bring it up, but I can't get this out of my head, and I need to talk about it again. It's
just the worst whenever you're sitting like pure in a bad mood. When is the time to ask if you're exclusive? Oh God, how long is a piece of string? You might go or what? Steady after like a day. How long are you seeing each other?
2.5, 3 months.
That's so short. Like, I know I was like, what age was I at the time? Like 15, but I was not steady for 2 years. Yeah, like I was seeing my ex.
You ran after when
I chased my ex-boyfriend like for them 2 years.
Never been like, oh my God, Joel, would you get over this wee boy?
Before that, there was a bit of a train wreck. So I was seeing him for 2 years before, whereas yours was 2.5 months. Also, now that would never happen. I would never chase a boy for that long. If you're a boy watching this thinking I'm going to chase you, I fucking won't. I'm done by chasing. But for me, I would just be like, I wouldn't call someone my boyfriend until they had like ticked off all my checklists.
You don't need to call them their boyfriend, but I think it's just
exclusive.
Not going with anyone else. To me, it's literally if you've been on 2 dates and you're still getting on really well. Like, I went on a date once with the boy. It was so nice, but like we just have not spoke since that date. It was awful. That was the last I ever heard of him. Went on a date and we just did not speak.
That happened to me. Went on a date and we never spoke again the next day, and you know.
Oh my God.
You know what? Like, it wasn't even a bad date or anything, but I was thinking the same thing the next day. I don't want him to text me, and he was obviously thinking I didn't text you. And then, you know, I forgot, and it was like 3 days later, and I was like, Jesus Christ, we haven't spoke.
Yeah.
I was like, he didn't text me.
I think if the boys get them right, if you're not enjoying yourself, surely the boy's going to be like,
yeah, they get a vibe like, okay, I'm going back to the same boy all the time. It's so toxic, just want rid of him. I'd say so many girls can relate to this, so let's make this answer good.
You just have to learn for yourself. Like, there's nothing really.
I feel like you just need serious willpower to like ignore their messages and like ask to see you, be like no, and that's obviously so hard if you really like them. A lot of people are scared to like be like no because they know they're gonna like be pure heartbroken and all for ages, but at the same time like it's temporary. If you keep going back to this boy, you're never gonna get anyone better. I feel like also he'll never really like respect you if you keep running back to him. Like fair enough, given a chance and stuff, but if it's constantly so toxic and you're going back and like you just get to a point where you know, right, I need to walk away from this here. And
I remember my friend gave me advice one time. She was like, you are putting all your energy into this boy, like all your energy is in this boy, that you've no other energy for anyone else. You're unhappy, he's making you unhappy, etc. And like you're just wasting it. Like you could be putting that energy into not even another boy, into something else in your life.
I feel like sometimes you'll just get like, I just get epiphanies, so I do. Like I literally will be sitting and I'll have an epiphany. God, I had one way.
You're like Raven Baxter.
I just get epiphanies and I'm like, you're not worth it.
You're psychic, Sally, aren't you? 3 plaits in your hair and your tie-dye jumper.
And I think also just keep telling yourself that you'll like someone else just as much as this boy, especially if someone's treated you badly. That's only going to make you like someone else more, because you'll realise this is why I should have been treated the whole time. Being so genuine and caring with you for a while and then just completely changing, that's just a fuckboy. Like that is just a fuckboy, I think. Pure mind games. And like I feel like with that there you should just beat him to the punch and be like, look, I'm finished with you, because why would you want someone that's hot and cold? There's nothing worse than someone who's hot and cold with you and you being like, if I did something to annoy you.
Yeah,
I hate that feeling.
I hate that. What's your advice there though? Obviously just bring it up to him and just be like, here, what's crack? I
feel like I'm so shit at answering these, because my advice is the same for every single one, and I know not everyone can follow that there because it's just down to your own personality. Like my advice is like, say it. Tell them, like, I know not everyone can do that there, but like I fully told a boy that I liked him, even though I knew he wasn't going to say it back, but I still did it anyway because I needed it off my chest and I needed it out there.
Whereas I'm different. Like if I know a boy doesn't like me, then not a hope in hell am I going to be like, I really like you. Like you have to say it to the person, but I'm
get it in the notes.
I get it in the notes.
I just think I would just far rather say, I don't care if it means I get a big pie in the face. Like it makes it easier to move on.
Well, was this a question or are we just chatting again?
So bad for comparing my relationship to others on social media. Any tips?
Social media is fake. Remember we used to have these conversations? Like I used to be so hung up on being posted.
Stories.
Yeah, like my boyfriend posting stories and tagging me loads of photos and like commenting on my photos and sharing my stuff.
I just couldn't care about them things.
And like I think we went through the phase together where we were like, oh my god, no, like because of Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury sets the bar, right? Tommy Fury's great, but I used to be so like into that, and now
you just grow out of it.
I'm just like, I really don't care as long as you're nice to me and treat me like a princess in real
life.
I
feel like you do just grow out of that phase. Like if you're in it now, then you'll not care about it in a while. I think it's so cringy, but if you feel really happy, then you just start to not care about those wee things. Like obviously no one's going to post the bad things about their relationship on social media. I feel like that's why another reason I try to be so open on YouTube about bad things as well, because I don't want people sitting thinking I want her life. I think that's so sad. Like someone swiped up to my story and said like, this was a while ago, like, oh my god, can I just have your life please? And I remember thinking like, I was literally in the pits at this stage. Like I was so down, and I was like, please stop comparing your life to mine just because I'm like posting pictures like you don't want it.
So, but I mean like comparing yourself to social media is
so normal.
Like I compare myself all the time to people.
Okay, that is all the ones that we're going to answer, because I feel like now we're just saying the same stuff. I hope that people can listen to this advice and they come away from this video and absolutely sort their problems out. Okay, thank you so much for watching everyone, and I'll see you in my next video.
Bye.
Bye.